In a world that's evolving faster than ever before, one truth stands firm. If you're not learning every day, you're falling behind. The people who rise to the top, who stand out, who lead, who succeed, aren't necessarily born smarter or luckier. They simply make one choice that most others don't. They choose to educate themselves, consistently and relentlessly. Daily learning isn't just a habit. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, a secret weapon that quietly places you ahead of 99% of people. Education today is not confined to classrooms or degrees. Real education begins when you decide to take control of your growth, when you pick up a book instead of the remote, when you listen to a podcast instead of gossip, when you use your free time, whether commuting, walking, or waiting, to feed your mind instead of scrolling endlessly. In the age of the internet, ignorance is a choice. There are free courses, valuable YouTube videos, world-class audiobooks, and brilliant minds sharing their knowledge at the tap of a button. So why are most people stuck? Because they lack discipline? Not time, discipline. Think about this. If you learn just one new thing every single day, by the end of the year, you'll have 365 powerful new ideas, lessons, or perspectives. Over 5 years, that becomes over 1,800. Imagine the strength of your thinking. Imagine the power of your decision-making. Imagine the opportunities you'll start to see. Opportunities most people miss because they didn't do the work to sharpen their vision. That's the compounding effect of self-education. It builds silently, and then it explodes in success. Top performers, those in the 1%, aren't superhuman, but they do have super habits. They start their mornings with intention. They invest in their minds before they touch their phones. They read, they reflect, and they take notes. They ask themselves questions others avoid, like, "What don't I know yet?" And "What skill could change my life if I learned it now?" They don't just chase information, they chase transformation. And here's the truth you need to remember. You're not late. It doesn't matter if you've never read a book in years. It doesn't matter if you're starting at zero. What matters is that you start today. Stop waiting for motivation. Start building momentum. Stop wishing you were successful. Start preparing yourself to handle success, because you don't get lucky, you get ready. And when preparation meets opportunity, success feels like destiny. While others choose entertainment, you choose elevation. While others escape from growth, you run toward it. And while others wonder why their lives haven't changed, you'll be too busy building a life you don't need to escape from. That's what daily learning does. It shapes your thinking, sharpens your focus, and separates you from the crowd. So educate yourself, relentlessly, curiously, boldly. Because in a world where most people are distracted, you will be prepared. And that preparation will be your power. One day, the same people who ignored your hustle will ask for your secret. And you'll smile, knowing the answer was simple all along. You learned every single day, and you stayed ahead. Just imagine how sharp your thinking will become, how fast you'll solve problems, how confidently you'll make decisions. While others hesitate, you'll act with clarity, because you've trained your mind. That's the quiet power of consistent self-education. It doesn't shout, it builds in silence. And one day, it explodes in results. The top 1%, the high performers, innovators, leaders, they don't stop learning after school. In fact, That's exactly when their real learning begins. They know something vital. In a world that never stops changing, the one who adapts fastest wins. That means they read daily, listen to mentors, seek feedback, and reflect deeply. They don't learn because they have to. They learn because they can't afford not to. Here's something you must understand. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to read for 5 hours a day, but you do need to show up daily. 10 minutes of focused learning every day will outperform random bursts of motivation. Why? Because your brain grows with repetition. Your mindset strengthens with momentum. You don't become exceptional by doing big things once. You get there by doing small things daily. It's easy to say, "I'll start tomorrow." But the truth is, tomorrow is a trap. Start today. Not because today is perfect, but because it's yours. This very moment is your opportunity to rise, to choose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction, vision over noise. And when you choose to educate yourself, you are silently building a future that others will call impossible. As you grow, you'll notice something. The world around you begins to shift. You'll attract better conversations, higher opportunities, and people who think bigger. You'll stop fitting into average rooms because your mindset won't shrink to match them. Instead, you'll search for new rooms, rooms that challenge you, stretch you, and expand you. And one day, when success finally shows up, people will say, "You're lucky," but you'll smile because you'll know it wasn't luck. It was you. It was every early morning, every late night, every lesson you didn't ignore, every page you read when no one was watching. You earned this. You built this. So if you're listening to this, take it as your sign. Educate yourself every single day. Not for applause, not for validation, but because the world needs the smartest, most aware, most disciplined version of you. And that version is built one day at a time. Your future is calling, and it's asking, will you learn today or stay the same?